Good day, good morning, and good evening, Commanders. This is part 2 of our Two Legs deep dive. In the first video, we talked about the better side, now it's time for the worse one. This side is interesting. Because of the enemy's side clearly better offensive utility, we are forced to create some imbalance in order to come out on top. Let me show you how. Alright, so the imbalance on this map is that the enemy has a lot better offensive utility than we do. We have this bush, whereas the enemy gets this, and the enemy practically gets up to here. Practically, if played correctly from the enemy. So we have to be very careful, and we have to kind of turn this game on its head in order to win this. We throw the enemy into a spiral, we throw them into an unbalanced position that hasn't been seen before, very chaotic, and we win from all the chaos. We are in complete control, we try to derail our opponent and make them think about different things. The way we're gonna do that is the idea early on is these 2 points are very important. You have your first one, which is the enemy's ATGM position, and you have the second one, which is the enemy's town. If you manage to seize these two positions, you're going to be living life very nicely on this map. The idea early on is to punch a hole through said defenses and get to up here. Once done, pick up all of your units and rotate to the left if you want the knockout attack. Your units down on this road are going to be going for this town up here, and when they take it, you'll be in a very nice position. Obviously, we already know that we get this forest for free, so we're going to use that to our advantage. And we are going to deploy some FD in Zulu just to keep it alive and contested while the rest of our force gets to Zulu. The entire point of this is to blitz the enemy and outmaneuver him before he gets a chance to exploit his offensive utility. How will we do that? I usually start with 2 FD units trying to rush this, backed up with recon fire support. Same here. We have an FD unit backed up with recon fire support, and we're gonna try and seize these forward positions that our enemy usually is supposed to get. So this is how we're gonna make this game into a chaotic one where no one knows what's happening except for us. Again, we have FD to contest the town while the main forces like Genie, Verkeners arrive or something like that. We can get recon M113s to take this side like this. This is what I love to do. I love going around completely and then cutting off the main road of the enemy. Once you do this, getting into Oscar for the enemy is very difficult. Again, the flanks for both towns dictate who holds them. If we magically get this and we get this, there is no way in hell that our enemy is gonna push our town. It's just not gonna happen. So we need to strike first and we need to break those flanks early and then exploit them. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. On this side, I like to put a KCT Verkener around here, waiting for enemy recon to come down. So I like to put an M113 for example. I put a KCT to contest. I put an M113 on the spot that we showed last video. It's right here. There's this cover spot. It gives you cover and it overlooks the entire road plus further. So this is really, really OP. Use this anytime you get the chance. Use this because you get cover. You cannot be spotted. You can shoot the entire road, and if you put like a tank or an ATGM or even something as weak as an autocannon, it will farm kills here for the rest of the game. All right. So we've discussed the opening idea. The opening idea is to blitz our enemy, early, seize his key positions, rotate all of our units, and secure his defeat. You see how we're again playing a kind of vertical slash horizontal game. This is because playing vertically in this game gives a lot of benefits, and you should definitely use them. Definitely try to put in verticality in your games as much as possible. Anything is possible here. For example, an ATGM here, an ATGM here is possible, an ATGM here is possible. Absolutely anything if I'm playing vertical. If I'm playing vertical and here horizontal, absolutely anything is possible. So take advantage of the map, take advantage of the depth, take advantage of the space, and play max range. Again, we're playing 4E here, coincidentally. Let's say we're facing T-72 decks like 9th Panzer or 7th Panzer. Again, because we're playing vertically, let's say these are T-72s, you can force max range fights, which they cannot win, and you can kick them out of their own areas and take their town for free. That's the entire point of the attack for Blue's side here. Of course, if you're facing an enemy which you know will secure Zulu way too heavily, and there is no physical way to break Zulu, all of your direction could be directed towards X-Ray. We will now look at how to attack X-Ray. X-Ray will be attacked by going down this road and by going down this road because it cuts off the main road to supply X-Ray for the enemy. This is where most of the fight should happen if you're fighting for X-Ray. A lot of people tend to go using this road, overextend, and then die to massive air power from the enemy. You don't want to do that. You want to fight on your terms, and you want to fight while you're in cover and while he's on a road. This is where you want to fight. This is where you want to smash your enemy and then move into X-Ray and secure it. That is how to attack X-Ray. Not like this. Not like that. Of course, you can do it, but it's most of the time overextending and you can get punished for it. I would much rather just go down these roads, take these positions, and cut off the main road. Of course, there are always ideas for, like, if you get into X-Ray, there's always ideas to rotate back to Zulu because if you think about it, your opponent will be forced to spend lots and lots of points trying to retake X-Ray. In that time, you can just pick up all of your stuff and then move to Zulu and take Zulu. It's constantly the ranked meta is constantly moving, constantly maneuvering, constantly feinting your attacks and attacking elsewhere and ignoring your opponent. Wherever your opponent is, you go around. That is the point of the game. As for a more mid game in Zulu, if you need to take it over completely, I have to warn you, do not overextend. Do not overextend unless you have half of this town. Unless you have this half of the town, do not go up here, because you will be overextending, and that's the exact thing as this side. That's exactly what we want blue to do. We exactly want blue to come down this road so that we can counter blue from all sides. That's exactly the point. So do not get baited and do not die while overextending for alpha. While you're fighting the mid game, obviously you want to be constantly on your toes, you want to be constantly rotating, you obviously want to use as much cover as possible. This is a very good cover position, this is very good, this is very good. Constantly be going back and forth, baiting out as many ATGMs and sealing the deal when it comes to this town. Remember, this town will fall if you hold its flanks. It's only a matter of time. It's that simple. Two Lakes is not that hard to master. It's a very simple map. It's been in the ranked map full for a very long time. It's been the entire time, basically. Uh, it's very simple to understand. You just need to learn how to play it. You need to understand verticality and depth and positioning, and you will win 90% of your games on Two Lakes. It's very easy. It is very easy. That will do it for Two Lakes. If you already haven't, check out my first video on this map. It goes over the better side of it and shows you how you want to capitalize on your early advantage. I hope to see you again, Commander. Until next time.